Hello everyone, this is Irina Blount from La La Land Crafts. Today is day 11 of our holiday tutorials of 2023. We have a giveaway of two $50 store credits to our online store. All you need to do is to comment on our blog. There are 7 tutorials from our design team, and then comment on all of my video tutorials here on our YouTube channel. And of course we have a sale during the event as well. When you shop at lalalandcrafts.com through December 22nd, you get 20% off when you use coupon code winter 2023. Today we are making a 3D project. We are making this little box. For the last 3 days we made cards, so I thought it would be a good time to switch to do something a little different. So this box is small but mighty. It features some of our new products and some of our older ones as well. I have my layers cut and I have everything die cut already and ready to go for our project. As you can see, there is not much cutting here, so I have one layer of red cardstock that measures 6 by 4 3/4, and that will be our box. Then I have layer of gold cardstock, measures 3.5 by 2 1/4. Then from this pretty turquoise color cardstock, I die cut these 2 shapes, and they were cut with this die, and the die is from our gift card envelope die. So that's the main shape. It comes with all of these little different elements, so once you get them out, you can use this part here on the sides and to make the actual gift card envelope. So that's the way it was designed. So when you cut, if you use one shape and then have those little flaps folded, that will give you the actual gift card envelope. And of course, just like the name suggests, it was designed to fit the gift card. Then from red cardstock, I used our large stitch tags die, and I used the smaller one from the set to die cut a little tag. Then from our stitched pennants die with the smaller shape, I die cut the little cute flag. Then from our frames, the ornate frames die, I adore this die, it's one of my favorites. From this shape, from the second one down, I die cut the layer like this. And then with the new die, this one is called 2 Christmas trees, I die cut one of each. I'm going to use the smaller one on this project, and I'm going to save the larger one for something for later, for another project. And I want to show you the paper pack that I used to die cut all of those layers. Is called Christmas Hodgepodge. It comes with all of these beautiful designs, and this is the same paper pack, the paper that I used on the card from yesterday's tutorial. And the last thing here, we're going to use the image from our new Let It Snow clear stamp set. This is snowman that I'll be using on our project, and I already stamped and fuzzy cut the sentiment that says have a cool Yule. Now to score the box, I'm going to put my red layer in, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. So 1 1/4, turn it, 1 1/4 again, turn 1 1/4. Very easy. And then since I have my scoring board here, I'm going to grab my turquoise layers, and these were die cut from 110-pound cardstock. So even though there is already score line on the shapes when you die cut them, I find that if I reinforce those folds, those lines on the scoring board, it just folds better. And again, this is just because I'm using 110-pound cardstock. If you are die cutting it from the lighter cardstock, you might find that you don't need to do this step. Next, on the layer that was cut with the ornate frames die, I'm going to cut it apart, and I'm going to cut off about 1/8 of an inch from the left side of the shape. and I'll show you in a minute why we are cutting it apart. I call it cheating, like good kind of cheating, when we find the ways to use the smaller shapes on the larger layers that we need. So here I'm going to glue these two parts of the frame that we cut apart onto the gold cardstock, and see how we have the space in between there. And we're going to put our snowman later to cover that space in between, but this will give us the whole layer that we need for this project. And when I glue these layers onto my gold cardstock, you'll notice that this layer is the same size on the top and the bottom, and I'm pulling them all the way to the sides. And even though we're closing most of this layer, I'm just showing you here that this is the same paper that I used to cut to die cut these shapes from the paper pack, and these are the same back and front of the same paper. So see, I just pulled it out, but look at this. It almost looks like we have the little corners instead of this gold cardstock being on the back. It looks like it has little corners. So now we're going to fold and burnish the folds on our shapes of the box sleeve. I guess this is the sleeve that we are making from this turquoise cardstock, and I really love this turquoise and red color combination. And even though the colors of the box itself are brighter, and the colors of all of my die cuts are from the Christmas Hodgepodge paper pack are muted, it still works so well together. It's like I call it modern vintage, when we combine modern elements or modern color combinations with more of the muted colors of vintage paper pack. So before I glue my tag onto the layer, I'm going to add twine through it. So just fold it in half and then put it through to tie the twine onto my tag. And then I'm going to glue the tag right in the center there. I'm going to pull it all the way to the fold. So I'm adding glue. I'm not going all the way to the top of the tag, just about 2/3 of it. Then I can fold it and center the tag right there and glue it on. And I'm using liquid glue for this, but of course you can use tape runner or scoring tape, whatever adhesive you are using of your preference. Now next we are going to add our layer from the gold cardstock and the pattern paper, the layer that we created, and it's going to go right there in the center. So we're going to see a little bit of the red tag still showing through. Just so pretty. Gold, red, turquoise, muted colors. Somehow it still all works. I just love it. Next I have a Christmas tree, and this is the smaller one from the 2 Christmas trees die, and I'm going to tack the twine from the tag under the Christmas tree. I kind of like how it just comes out from there. And I'll add a little piece of the score tape to hold it in place maybe before I glue it on, and then we're going to have our snowman, a little flag there, and the sentiment, so it looks really cute with all of the different elements there. Going to add some foam tape on the back of my snowman, just give him a little pop on my project. Before I attach him to my box, to the front of my sleeve of the box, we're going to actually assemble it while it's all flat. And this is how it's going to be attached. So both of the shapes together, the top one is going to overlap the bottom one, and it's just such an easy way to do it. So the way, as you see, the way I do it, I folded them together. So just fold it to one side once I put them together, and then kind of tap on the table to make sure they are flat on both sides. And then when I lift one of the tabs, one of the flaps there, I'm adding some glue, liquid glue, just making sure I'm not going too far down because there are spots that are going to be open. And then I'm doing the same on the top flap and gluing them together just like this. And then once we have one side done, hold it together, hold the whole shape together and turn it to the other side, and we're going to do the same there. So now I can open it, even open that flap, just making sure again I'm not going too far out. So adding the glue on the top from the one shape and then on the other side of the other, and gluing them together like so. And that is it. That is what makes the sleeve for our box, for our gift box. I just love it. I love this idea. I had this idea for a long time, and I just love how it's just so easy to do. Now we have a few more elements to add to the sleeve from the same die, from the gift card envelope. I die cut some of the little pieces. So these are the little ones that come. This one here was designed to look like a wax seal, and then we have different elements for different occasions. So the little circle I'm using today has Christmas tree on it. I die cut each shape of those wax seals kind of things from the gold cardstock. I die cut them twice, and then I die cut the circle with the Christmas tree once from the red cardstock and once from the same pattern paper. And I'm using the gold circles, I'm using the red circles onto the gold, those wax shapes, and then the pattern paper ones, the little Christmas trees from the pattern paper, and these are from the same pattern paper that I have my Christmas tree on the front of the box. So those are going to be inset. So tiny little ones, just look so cute, and I think it just finishes up our project so nicely. So the second one goes in, and then we're going to glue them on each side of our box sleeve. So one goes on the front here, right in the center. Just dresses it up a little bit more, right? So we're adding more gold and more red, and the same pattern paper with the Christmas trees, so everything just kind of finishes up this project nicely. So one here, and then I'll add one on the back as well. And the one in the front, you can fold the sleeve, but here, because we have the tag, you can't really fold it, so I'm just going to hold it this way and add it on. Not a big deal. So cute. Then on our red layer that we already scored, I'm going to cut to make the box. So I'm cutting vertically up to the horizontal line to create the flaps, and then on each flap I'm going to cut off little triangles there, what we call mithering the corners. That will just make our box look cleaner once we put it together, and exactly the same way on the other side. So vertical lines there, just cut them up to the horizontal line, and then cut off little pieces on each side to miter the corners. And then we can use a bond folder and fold and burnish. And cardstock I'm using for this box, for this project, is 80-pound cardstock. Definitely can go heavier. 90-pound would work really well. Even you can do 100-pound cardstock if you want your box to be even more sturdy. But this is the one I had on hand here. Then to close the box, it's just going to be simply like this with the flaps. I'm going to use double-sided tape. I'm using score tape, and I'm going to use 2 pieces of score tape on each flap, one closer to the fold and one on the outside. Then we can remove the backing from the tape I'm removing from the 2 flaps first on one side, and then close them to make the box. So the only thing to keep in mind is to make sure that our corners are straight. Then we can close the other side and remove the tape from the 2 other flaps and close this one. And that is our little box. It is little, but it's not that little. It measures 3.5 by 2 3/8, and it's 1 1/4 tall. So definitely, even though you can put the gift card in there, but there's much more room for anything else you might want to give to your recipient. I just love it. I just love how the curved sides of the box there, and then we have the red showing from the actual box, and it's just so pretty. Look at that. I just love it. I say that a lot, I know, about my own project, but I am a crafter at heart. I'm a crafter first, always and foremost. So I do get excited when I design the projects, when I put them together, and it just comes out so cute. So now we can go ahead and put our snowman on to finish this off. So I'm just removing all of the backing, and then he goes right there next to the tree, in front of the tree, and then we have the sentiment showing, and just so cute. I want to show you that this is actually not the first time that I made this type of box. The one I designed sometimes in summer, and this was my first one. It was like a birthday box, so you can see you can definitely use it for different occasions, and you can see I use the same elements. There's a tag, there's the same frame there. I just used the different leaves, and the little caveman is from our Light My Fire clear stamp set. It comes with a few different caveman and different elements. So I just love it, and you can definitely use it. You can see I couldn't wait. I knew I wanted to make one for Christmas, but you can also do it for different occasions. And here's another project. This one I made actually last year, and this was part of the tutorials on the tutorials event, Christmas tutorials, and you can see it has different elements, but it also made with the same die. So if you look at it, this was the die used 4 times. So this is how the die is. So instead of cutting it 2 times for the way we made the box today, this was cut 4 times. And then for the closure, I used this part of the die, and I have 4 of them cut to create the closure, the top of the box. So this tutorial you can find on our YouTube channel. I'll link it in the video description as well if you want to make this this box. So I just love finding different uses for our own dies. So once we designed the die, I just love figuring out other ways to do it. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorials, this tutorial, and I hope you decide to make this type of box for Christmas or for any other occasions. I think it's just the cutest little thing. And of course, don't forget about our giveaways. $50 gift certificates, 2 of them, to our online store when you comment on our blog and on my videos. And the sale, the 20% off to our online store with coupon code winter 2023, and the sale is valid until December 22nd. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and I be back tomorrow for day 12. Bye for now.